A big thanks to Bernhard for sponsoring this episode. I'm going to show you how you can make delicious smoked garlic shrimp. In the past, I lived on an island in the North Sea and I lived there for over 5 years. This is where I got my addiction to seafood. I absolutely love it, and it's so sad that we don't make it more often. So we're gonna change that today. And I just need a fix. I need some shrimp. So I got me some of these. Now, of course, they don't come from the North Sea, because in reality the North Sea is not that big and the shrimp don't grow that big because they are caught a lot. This is a giant shrimp. And these things are super tasty, full of meat, and they're gonna taste insane once they've been on the barbecue. These are great as they are, but I'm gonna make them even better. I'm gonna smoke them, I'm gonna put a lot of flavor on them, and then I'm gonna finish it off with a fry. The first step, of course, is cleaning the shrimp. I'm gonna take off the body armor, take off the heads, and remove the rest of the insides. Make sure they're nice and clean. Of course, there are a lot of tricks you can apply, but in my opinion, this is the best way to do it. If you don't want to do this yourself, of course, you can ask your fishmonger to do this for you, or you can buy them already cleaned. Now it's time to make a marinade, and shrimp really don't need much, because they have a delicate flavor by themselves. So I'm adding around 6 to 8 tablespoons of olive oil, a tablespoon of coarse sea salt, half a tablespoon of fresh ground black pepper, 3 pressed garlic cloves, and half a handful of fine chopped parsley. Now I'm gonna mix that all up and I'm gonna set them in the fridge for around 2 hours. Because of the size, shrimp don't need longer than that. After 2 hours, I'm gonna put the shrimp on a cooling rack. This is going to help during the smoking process, and it's going to make it easier for me to get the shrimps in and out of the grill. I fired up the Bernhard smoker and I'm gonna immediately put my shrimp in, because I wanna pick up as much smoke on these shrimps as I can. I will be smoking this at a temperature of 100 degrees Celsius, which is a really low temperature and works really well with fish, shrimp and other delicate foods. Smoked the shrimp for around 20 minutes and they picked up a beautiful amount of smoke color. Still light and delicate, but enough to give the shrimp that beautiful smoke flavor from the barbecue. So let's take out the beautiful shrimps. They look absolutely amazing. Look at that. These are gonna be so good. We see that the outside dried up a little bit, but we got some moisture still. So these are juicy, they are tender, and they are super flavorful. So now I'm gonna let them rest. I'm gonna let them cool down before we're going to go to the next step. In the meantime, I'm gonna set up my Bernhard smoker for frying. That's right, a pellet smoker that can actually fry food. Isn't that amazing? I'm gonna take out the grill grate. I'm gonna take out the grease tray. And this is the heat deflector. I'm gonna take that out as well. And that's going to expose the actual flame inside the barbecue. And that's where the magic happens, the beating heart of this grill. Now I'm going to put the grill grate back in. I'm going to place a cast iron pan on top of that fire. And I'm going to set the heat to high on the dial. Now I'm going to drop in some sunflower oil and we're going to let that come up to temperature. And once the oil is up to temperature, it's time to build up our breading station. I got 1 pan set up with all-purpose flour, 1 pan with some eggs. They need a quick beat down to loosen them up. Finally, we're going to build up a crust that's made out of 1 cup of breadcrumbs, 5 tablespoons of chili flakes, a tablespoon of fleur de sel, which is a light sea salt, and a teaspoon of fresh ground black pepper. Now that's a spicy crust. I'm gonna take these shrimps and I'm gonna dip them individually in the flour, in the egg, and finally in our beautiful breadcrumb crust. So we marinated our shrimp with a delicious garlic parsley marinade. Then I smoked them on the Bernhard smoker so they can pick up real barbecue flavors. And finally we build up an amazing crust with batter. Time to dip them in the frying oil and make the best shrimps you've ever seen. Oh, look at these giants. And they're crispy as can be. Beautiful golden brown batter on the outside. This is amazing. I'm super curious about that chili flake. I just put in a little bit more than usual because I like a little bit of spiciness. Let's try it. Oh, that is some seriously good shrimp.
These are giants. I've never had a shrimp so big. Oh man. That must be like one of the most satisfying things to ever eat.
Don't get me wrong, I love the Dutch shrimp, but they're just so small. And these are so big, I love this.
Insane. Insanely juicy. It just makes me really, really happy. It's amazing. I could eat these every day. If you want to make these at home, check out the recipe.
And you get the crunch on the outside, but in the same time you get the delicacy and the juiciness still on the inside. And that's all because we just smoked it at a low temperature for a short period of time, just to get that smoke in. And now the crust on the outside with a short fry. Oh.
They get spicier, like after a minute or two.
Yeah, but you shouldn't stop eating.
No, you shouldn't stop eating.
The key to spicy food is keep on eating. And then in the end, drink a whole gallon of beer.
So if you can get a hold of these amazing big giant shrimps, I think they still should try at least the battering. It's amazing.
And the smoke, come on. The secret is a combination. Smoke them first, and you shouldn't have them cooked or tough by them. So just a short smoke, just to get a little bit of flavor on. And then high heat frying. I set the fryer to 180 and 200 degrees Celsius range. The fryer, hear me? It's not a fryer, it's a cast iron pan.
You totally forgot what it is.
Yeah, but it's just the habit, like saying it's a fryer, but
But
this is
it's
much
amazing.
cooler.
We're on grilling a steak on the burnhard, and now also frying.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Frying, grilling, that pellet smoke can do everything. If you want the recipe, it's on pitmasterx.com, so go check that out. Big thank you to the patrons.
I should leave.
Yeah, you should leave.
I should leave. They want to definitely see this video.
And you forgot. Like in a couple of videos, Morrison forgot to put it in, but now it's definitely here. It's so amazing. Come on. Watch another video. I bet you'll be hungry, for sure. Boom. So check it out.